Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Coding Without Knowing Coding. This is Ruby. Today I'm going to teach you about fundamentals of Java, such as keywords, data types, variables, and literals. Java is a case-sensitive programming language. It has certain naming conventions and reserved keywords. For example, a program will not run if it does not contain main method. So naming conventions is important for any programming language. Naming conventions specify the rules to be followed by a programmer. For example, name of the package are written in small letters in Java. A class name should start with a capital letter and method and variable name should start with a lowercase letter in Java. Now we come to the keywords. What are keywords? Keywords are reserved identifiers that are predefined in the language and cannot be used to denote other entities. For example, class, boolean, abstract, for, if, else, etc. reserved keywords in Java. So we cannot use these keywords for our variable declaration. For example, int num, int is a keyword here. Now, what is identifier? An identifier is a name given to a variable, class, method, etc. For example, int num. So num is an identifier here. Now I will tell you what is variable. A variable is a memory location to store the data, and the type of the data must be declared before the use of the variable. There are some naming conventions for variables in Java, which are variable must start with either a letter or an underscore or dollar symbol. It is a case sensitive, so num and capital NUM are different variables. There should not be any space in the name of the variable. There are four types of variables: instance variables, class variables, local variables, and parameters. Instance variables is also known as non-static fields, which is unique for each instance or independent of other instance of the class. Whereas class variable is any field declared with static modifier and its value does not change. And local variables are only defined to the methods in which they are declared. They are not accessible from the rest of the class. Now, data types in Java. Data types specify the types of data that can be stored inside the variables. So, first of all, we need to declare the data types of the variables. There are two types of data: primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Primitive data types are byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, and char. Each of these have different size of the data. And non-primitive data types are string, arrays, and classes. And these can be changed by the user depending on their requirement. Now we come to the last section of the session, literals. Literals represent value to be assigned for the variable. They are fixed in values and can be used in the code. Java has three types of literals: primitive type literals, string literals, null literal. Primitive literals are further subdivided into four types: integer, floating point, character, and boolean. Now we'll go through the review questions. Look at the screen and read the questions carefully and write the answers in the comment section below. So that's all for the today's session. Thank you and see you in the next session. Bye bye.